That was eventful. That
It was really
ASMR.
chaotic.
It was a chaotic.
I'm low-key
ASMR.
hurt that you don't like some of my vegans.
Look, it's not that I like the sweets are quite nice, but I think it's like the worst thing to be nice. Like the healthy
That's
thing
true.
should be nice, because then if I was vegan,
Right.
I would be navigating towards like all the unhealthy
Junk.
stuff. Yeah.
That's true. I think like people forget that with like the alternatives like the milk and cheese and whatever you eat, like your brain is so conditioned to expect that like creaminess that comes with it. But obviously you can't get that in a vegan version because you can't mimic milk. I mean, we have oat and almond milk.
But I only have like nut milk in like my smoothies or whatever. I don't have dairy in any of those. Like,
But you're not going to put it in your tea.
it is quite nice because now they have, I don't know if you've seen the brand Butternut, the milk. They have like chocolate oat milk.
Yes.
Yes.
That one. Have you tasted that one?
I have.
You like that one more? Okay.
And even the almond milk in the coffee is quite nice, I feel. Even in my overnight oats, I put nut milk.
Okay.
It actually is a bit weird with
normal
milk now that I've gotten used to it. But on its own, I hate box milk. Oh my gosh. I'm like,
that's a weird one because I feel like some people who like are tea tankers generally like the box milk because it's like creamier, I think.
The long life.
Yeah.
No, it isn't.
No, I don't know because I really don't.
How long have you been vegan for?
I haven't been counting, to be honest.
But like since like a baby or
no.
like...
So I used to eat meat when I was younger.
Scandalous.
Yeah, don't tell anyone. The vegan community.
Wasn't always a vegan.
The vegan community is going to come after me. No, I used to eat, and I used to eat everything, hey, because I feel like, especially in like Indian communities, we're so big on what people call offal, so like sheep's head and tripe and trotters,
like that,
and like
did you used to eat
fish, chicken, like with the feet and the neck. I used to eat everything, because my granny used to cook it.
Let me tell you a funny story.
Yeah.
I didn't know that there was like a difference between like Cornish and Cull and
shop
or whatever. Like I would just eat whatever.
Okay.
Like my granny also made or whatever.
Yeah.
And the one day after school, my cousin and I, she's actually my aunt.
Okay.
But I'm gonna call her my cousin because, yeah, there's 4 years of an age gap there. You know who you are. So we like finished school. My granny used to like dish out food for us. And I'm like, yay, chicken curry. Like, look down at my plate.
What did she put in your face?
There's literally a foot, like what is it? A claw, a talon. What is that? Like this in my plate. I'm like, what is this?
Oh my god.
And my granny said, oh no, okay, just swap. So I swap plates with my cousin.
Okay, because your cousin used to eat it.
No, well, I don't know.
Okay.
But like we swap plates because I'm like, no, you take it because like I don't know what this is in my plate now. Why is there a foot in my plate? In her plate, does my granny not dish out 2 feet? I'm like, no, lady. Since when are we cooking chicken feet? Since when are we cooking chicken feet? And I've been traumatized since. So
you don't eat like fish, chicken, or Cornish?
I will not. I can't. Like, if there's feet in that pot, no. Please keep it
everything
far away from me.
Like everything.
And now you're vegan. Talk me through that
experience life. Shame.
What was the reason?
I stopped eating meat when I was 9, I think, because I used to do fire walking.
Yeah.
Like fire walking in Pietermaritzburg, especially in that big temple, was quite a big prayer that used to occur during Good Friday. And I took like the fast really seriously because you couldn't eat meat, and like I used to sleep on the floor. I used to wake up like at sunrise, go to bed. You know, like I took the fast really seriously. And then while I was fasting, obviously it's the general like prayer and scripture and whatever. And I thought to myself, I don't know, understand how at that age, but I was like, if we're not meant to be doing this, why am I only fasting for 9 days and then reverting back to like bad behavior? Should I not be like continuing this teaching like for the rest of the year and like, throughout my life? So I stopped eating meat when I was 9. I think my parents were like very taken aback by
So
it.
this was like your own,
Yes, it
like
was
you
my
came to
own.
this own,
Yeah,
like your
it was
decision
my
on
own
your own.
decision.
Okay.
And at that point, I think it was only my uncle that was vegetarian.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else in my family ate meat. And it was that general like, oh my God, you're still growing, you're not going to get enough nutrients, and you need to eat meat to get like iron. And
you didn't go, like, when it happened and you said you're not going to eat meat, like, you didn't go back at a later stage and...
I did, but at an old, like when I was older, because I think I battled a lot, and it had nothing to do with, we'll speak about like this in the health part, but I feel like you get so overwhelmed with some of the advice you received. It's like I was telling you, people say drink more water, but then it's like, no, don't drink tap water, drink bottled water. And then the water needs to be at like a certain pH level. And then no, you can't drink cold water, you need to drink room temperature water. And it's like such an influx of information, and you just are like, am I doing it right? Like, what am I? Yeah, it's just like very overwhelming. So I think there's some like certain doctors that just like to promote the fact that, or put it down to the fact that you like, it's because you don't consume meat that you have these things, which I don't think is true. Like with the B12 deficiency, I know a lot of people who eat meat that are still B12 deficient. Yeah, but anyway, I think, yeah, that was 9. And then I probably think I'm vegan now for the past 6 years. Fast forward to all these years, my dad is vegetarian, my sister's vegan. I think my mom only has meat, but it's like now and again, because she generally cooks vegetarian throughout the week for my dad and my sister and me. So I've converted
Your whole family.
subconsciously.
Okay.
Yeah.
I stopped eating red meat in, I think it's now 10 years.
Oh wow.
That I've stopped eating red meat. But like I never ate like beef for religious reasons. So it was always like lamb or mutton, or we're talking about the baby lamb. My mom went to India and said that like mutton there is goat meat. And that scares me so much. Imagine like I was still eating mutton and I go down like, can I get a mutton curry, and then I'm eating goat.
But this is my fundamental like argument with some people. It's like, how do you view like one animal superior to the next one? It's like people who are fighting for animal rights. Like, you know, these people that just get like so... I don't like fireworks in general.
Yes.
Just because of what it does to the environment and animals.
Yeah.
But like on New Year's or whatever, you get all these people like, oh, my animal's like this. And like, you know, they go on and on these group chats. And I'm like, are you not eating meat at home? Or they get like outraged when people want to slaughter or do all these things. But I'm like, how far removed are you from what... Yeah.
I can semi answer that.
Okay.
So one, people just don't care.
Yeah.
Two, it comes from a form of conditioning.
Yeah.
And I struggle with this. If I could help it, I think I would be vegetarian. I don't know if I could be vegan, but again, I think if I put my mind to it, I probably could. I think with restaurants, I know how difficult and reaching it is when you are like, and since you and I got close and became friends, it's like now I look at a menu and I'm like, there's nothing here for vegans. Like, what would Yulia eat? Like, what is wrong with these people? And if I was in that situation, like, I would find it so difficult. That just makes me a little bit sad. But like with the whole meat, like moving away from red meat, I like people ask me why, and my parents were also confused because my favorite, like if you asked me 10 years ago, 11 years ago, what my favorite like meal was, I would be like, no, mutton curry or like chops and mash.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I would get my mom to make chops and mash. Like at least, it was like once a week at least in our house, or like bride chops.
Yeah.
Oh, like I loved it. And like one day I just could not stomach the smell of red meat. Like, do you know what my mom did to me once? Mom, I'm exposing you because she made ostrich.
Ooh, okay.
And she told me
it was mutton.
It was mutton. And I like ate it and I was like, no, this is not like this is not tasting like what it should be tasting like. And I was so upset. I was like, why did you do this to me? Because I didn't want to eat that. But you spoke about like, why is it one animal is more, like we find maybe importance like dogs. Like if you ask like people about dogs, like people be like, no, I will not eat my dog. But it's like growing up, you're conditioned that this is the meat that you eat. This is what you see in all the restaurants and whatever. With me specifically, I cannot eat something that resembles what it was, else I malfunction.
Oh, like a soul fish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I won't be able to, because you know sometimes they bake fish.
Right.
And like it has
the
the
head
eye
and the eyes.
head
Yeah,
and whatever.
yeah.
I physically like, and my mom's like made like baked fish before, whatever. I physically cannot eat it. Like I can't get myself past it. Or even like when you do like spits and the whole thing is like on there, I'm like, no, I can't. Like I cannot. So certain restaurants also have like butcheries in them.
Yes.
And everything's like hanging. I physically feel sick.
Yeah.
So I'm like in an in-between phase where like I don't understand how I can like eat it in a curry.
Right.
But like if I saw it,
You won't be able
I won't be able to eat it. So it's difficult.
It is.
It's difficult.
I think there's a lot of people that don't know the difference actually between a vegetarian and a vegan, because I get asked that quite like a lot. I think the fundamental difference is that like as a vegan you don't consume anything that comes from an animal.
Yeah.
Whether it's like milk or yogurt, like dairy products in general, and then that also moves into like other facets in your life, like not buying leather things or things that have what else was like byproducts, you know, like in your makeup and all of those things. Whereas vegetarian is just like they don't eat meat. And I think there's a lot of people that still don't understand that. And it's even some restaurants that cater for vegans don't understand that, because there's quite a few times that I'd order a vegan meal, but they'll still bring it with like normal cheese. Or like the one time they brought it with vegan cheese, and I have a habit now of just like cutting things open to see there was normal chicken inside.
Oh my God.
And I think people don't understand the severity of doing that to a person, because I have not consumed consumed that in years. But I feel like it's a personal journey, and I don't think I hope not. I don't judge people like who do eat meat, because I know like in my close circle there's a lot of people that still consume meat. It's a personal journey for me, and I think why I transitioned to becoming vegan is also very closely linked to our line of work. Because I went down a rabbit hole one of the days on Netflix. What was it called? Before the Flood, Cowspiracy.
Oh gosh.
All of those things, and then you watch it and you think to yourself, especially like with the cow being so sacred in Sanatan Dharma, right, in our religion, and you think, okay, I'm not eating it, but they still like so tortured in these dairy farms, and their babies get taken away from them, and they have like these like spike things that they put on their mouth so they can't feed from their mother. It's very traumatic.
It is traumatic.
And for me, once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. I think I traumatized my sister along that line as well. because I was showing her the baby labs. I'm like, this is what you are eating. Like, do you feel good about yourself? I guilt tripped her shame to becoming a vegan, but I think it's like I said, it's a personal journey. I don't think I'm the healthiest vegan either. I really am not. But it's like the options are limitless. I think it gives you like freedom in the kitchen to be like when you crack something and it tastes like it resembles what it like what a normal dish would taste like. It's like the best feeling in the world. Yeah, but would you ever consider
being vegan? I don't know if I'm there yet. I do share the same sentiments though, because I have this debate all the time where I'm like, why are we drinking cow's milk? Because that is something that's produced by the cow for their baby.
Yeah.
And we are not cow's babies. Like, we should not, like, imagine we did that with women.
Yeah.
Like human.
There was an experiment in the UK. So they tell them like, oh no, this is like a new milk.
Yes,
launching. Have you seen it? And then some of the we're telling these people, oh no, you're drinking like rat milk, or like you're drinking like dog milk, and they're like, so that they're trying to like find out like what is the difference.
Yes,
we're so conditioned.
Yes,
to thinking like you're getting like calcium and all of these things from milk, but there's been such there's so many studies that have come out that have shown the amount of I'm going to probably gross you out now. The amount of like pus that's in normal milk. Because you need to know that they artificially inseminate the cow. Like it's somebody's job to like stick their hand in. Yes. So they literally get tortured to produce milk and to continue producing milk. And when they can't anymore, then obviously they get slaughtered. But that's what I was trying to say. Like, why was one thing more superior to the next, and why have we, as humans, become so numb to what we consume? Because there's also lots of studies that have come out that animals know that they're going to get slaughtered, so they have that that scared energy in them, and obviously that's what you are now consuming. So I feel like we have to be very conscious of what it is that we're putting into our bodies, because like I said, there's also a lot of studies that have come out about red meat and the detrimental health effects it has on your body. I know there's like some fad diet at the moment, the carnivore diet. Have you seen it?
I've heard of
where people only eat like meat and like these blocks of butter, and it was a bit like weird. Yeah, but I think also listening to your body is like a fundamental thing for me, because now if I have to consume by accident, which I think it happens to everyone, where you consume something and I can taste if there's dairy in it. I genuinely break out like into an allergic reaction, or I'll feel like nauseous because my body can't handle or process it any longer. How have you felt like since not consuming red meat? Like, do you feel like lighter?
It doesn't bother me anymore. I do feel lighter. Like, I know initially I weaned off a lot, and like if we occasionally had a braai, I would still have, but then I just couldn't do it anymore. And I got asked like, do you miss it or whatever? And I'm like, I genuinely don't.
Okay.
But like being around family that also does like consume meat or whatever, it's so difficult because that journey is like so personal to you. Like you would like, I don't know if you would ever be able to, if someone doesn't see it that way or their beliefs are different, then for them it's like, they'll consume it anyway.
But that's what I feel like I'm big on, is like it's a personal journey.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like I can force my belief on anyone.
With anything, right?
With any, yes.
Life.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a very personal journey to me. And I think when you ask, like, do people say, like, do you miss it? I would think at certain point, like, for me, I can't actually remember what meat tastes like. But I really did like chicken curry and mutton curry. It's not to say that it was disgusting and I left it. I left it out of being more conscious. And for me, doing something positive like outweighed my craving. It's also you have to be so mentally strong in that journey. For example, when I became vegetarian, it was like an unheard thing in the restaurants. So like my diet, when we go out, used to be like chips or sides, like side veggies and mash and whatever. So you have to not give in, because there's moments that you would just be like, this is like too difficult, like I can't be bothered. Or now when I go to people's houses and they realize I'm vegetarian, they're like, oh no, okay, we'll do margarita pizza. Oh no. I'm like, sorry, I don't eat cheese. They're like, oh my God, okay, what do you eat? And it's so difficult for me to, and I also don't like coming across as a difficult person. But yeah, I think it's such a personal journey. And like I said, I don't feel like it's good to impose your beliefs, like you said, with anything on anyone, because my partner as well still consumes meat and we live in the same home. I think the only thing I'm very steadfast in is when I have children, like they're gonna be vegetarian.
Is it?
Yes. Like that's not something I'm willing to compromise on, because I feel like as a person bringing a soul into the world, like I'm responsible for the path you choose to take and how I think you should be living your life, like on that conscious spiritual level. And if you turn 18 and decide like, oh, mom, I'm done, I want to eat pork, beef, whatever, that's
okay, because that's
your
I was
choice.
Actually gonna ask.
That's your choice then.
Yeah.
But like, for me to bring you into this world, I think I would want my children to, yeah. And if you come to like an adult and you're like, no, I actually want to consume, then that's ultimately your decision. But I think that's the only thing I'm not willing to compromise on, to be honest.
I've had that thought before, though, weirdly enough, because I feel like it's so much. I feel like it's less traumatic if, like, your child. Because I don't know if you've seen that video with that little girl, and she's like, "Is chicken an animal?"
Yes. Yeah.
And like, and then she's like, "I don't want to eat animals," or like, she's like, "Is like beef an animal?" And mom's like, "Yes," and then she's like, "But I don't want to." And I think it's really traumatizing. So if you like grow up eating, or you grow up a vegetarian, if you make the conscious decision that you want to start eating meat, it's fine. But like, if the other way around is also, I think, a little bit more difficult.
Strangely enough, I think there's a lot of children like nowadays, like earlier on, that are making that connection and are choosing, because I think there's like a few that are in my circle. So I'm quite surprised, because like at age 5 or like age, whatever, you're like, no, I don't want to eat meat anymore, because like you've already made that connection. So it's quite inspiring to see like the smaller kids as well. And I feel like people don't understand the detrimental effects to the climate, like the whole climate change movement that agriculture and farming have. Like, I think it's a third or second biggest contributor.
Yeah.
Because of the methane.
Yes, because of methane.
Especially. So, and because of the amount of water it takes. So like if you're conscious about those things, I think it's good to make like little changes. Because like becoming vegan that first year was so overwhelming for me. because there's so many things that you don't understand have like byproducts from an animal. And there's many times in that journey that you're going to fall down. Like it's going to be like an accident, like you accidentally ate something that you thought was vegan and it's not. But I think the whole thing of just, and what I love to tell people is like being a vegan is like the meaning is trying to do as little harm as possible to things around you. So for example, I will still take medication that will say tested on animals because, right, it's health. But where you can do as little harm to things, we should be trying.
So like to try your best in what you can.
Yes. So like for me, the first year was like solely food. The second year I was like, okay, then I started becoming more conscious about like my beauty products and like my makeup and like my shampoo and then like toothpaste. Like, and then it's like small changes, because if you're gonna try to do everything at once, you're gonna give up. I think it's like so easy to give up if you're gonna try everything at once.
I think a question that I have for you is, if you had to give like a piece of advice for someone that's battling with this or who thinks about it and who shares like the same sentiments, like how would you best advise them to one transition and embrace that transition in like a society that might not necessarily accommodate it as from a point of convenience? And that's so difficult because I know vegan stuff are also so expensive compared to like the normal things.
Yeah, well, it's the alternatives that are expensive. If you eat like veggies and stuff, it's
but most people are going to look for alternatives, like for basic things like coffee and like baking and stuff like that.
I think you have to be so sure of why you're making that decision. First of all, because I don't think I'll ever go back. I don't think my conscience will allow me to do that, because I've seen like it's actually traumatic to watch some of the videos, and some of them were like I was crying because I can't understand us as a society, like how far we've fallen sometimes. But yeah, I think it's to be steadfast in your belief of why you want to transition, and then knowing that there's a community, because there's actually quite a big vegan community in South Africa. So there's a lot of groups on Facebook and Instagram, and it's so funny because people will go shopping and then they start taking pictures like, oh, we found this new product. This is what it says. And then people were like commenting like, have you tried it? What does it taste like? Especially when Nando's came out with the plant-based option of like the hot pot. Oh my God. I don't think I was ever so happy to eat fast food.
Shout out Nando's.
No, we're taking the shout out back because they discontinued.
Oh no.
And I don't understand why, because they were doing so well. And it was a South African product that they were using called On the Green Side. So it was like such a nice thing because you're sourcing locally and like you're catering for a market that obviously there's so many Indians that fast on a Monday, and then when you go into the Patasi fast in September, and then there's so many people that are vegetarian, and we've emailed them and they were like, oh, sometimes you discontinue products. But it was so like, it's so nice to be catered for. But there's like I said, there's a community out there and people that like want to help you, and I think it's about researching in that first year, because there are so many resources and tools out there to guide you. Like I think there's a website dedicated to telling you like what chips are vegan and what sauces are vegan, because it's sometimes you take things for granted.
What I didn't realize with you with the whey in like chips, like stuff that I would think is vegan or vegetarian just because there's no meat or whatever, but the byproducts is like, you're like, whoa, there's whey in here, and that actually is a byproduct from like, is it cow's milk? So
that's what gives it the cream.
That was like
the cheesiness. So like knickknacks and cheese curls and like biscuits all have.
That's very tricky.
All have that.
It's tricky.
So sometimes you have to be okay with not be always getting the best things. But yeah, like I say, it's like it gives you an opportunity to experiment. There's a lot of people out there that now cater for vegans. So there's a lot of options out there. Like our cake for our photo shoot was vegan.
What is it called again?
We're gonna get her name now.
Plantation, cupcake plantation.
Cupcake plantation, yes, I think so. We're gonna link her below because her cakes are amazing.
Yeah.
And she also cages like during
For vegetarian, like
yes, eggless, and then also during prayer times, she made me vegan gulab jam.
Wow.
It was really good. So yeah, I think it's just about being true to who you are and being respectful of everyone else's journey. And yeah, because some people are just obnoxious when they ask you questions, to be honest. Like, what do you eat? Like, food?
Yes. I think it also comes because it's like something different.
That's true. That's true.
But then there's obviously a difference between like genuinely asking because you like are curious and want to understand better, or you're doing it just because like, what are you eating? Grass? Do you eat grass?
I get that a lot. Then the other top question is, do you not suffer like with any deficiencies? When do you check your blood? Why are you so concerned about my health? I think I'm pretty healthy for being a vegan. Like I said, I'm not the healthiest vegan, but yeah, each to their own, I guess.
Each to their own.
But we are going to convert some people, hopefully, on this journey.
She's gonna try.
I'm gonna try to bring awareness to the cause. Yes. Okay.
Cool.
Cute.